This is the review of the Tecno Spark 30C. 128GB of internal storage, 4GB of RAM, 5000 milliamps of battery capacity, and a LCD display which goes all the way up to 120Hz, and more in this review. Starting on build quality and design, the plastic frame and plastic back looks good and looks premium as well, and I think this is a very big factor in terms of durability. The round camera bump is looking good as well, and I think it's one of the best features of the design so far. On the right side we have the volume keys and the power button, and on the left we have the dual SIM card tray and the SD card slot, the Type-C port, the headphone jack, and the stereo speakers on the top and bottom as well. We have a 50 megapixel main camera, we have an infrared sensor and a VGA camera, 8 megapixel selfie camera, which is going to be working great as well in terms of camera specs. But even though the specs looks good on paper, how do they do well in real life? The photos come out great, and I think it all depends with what people think. These are the samples that I got from Fred's Tech Hub. I don't know what you think about this, but I think the main point you need to learn is that a budget smartphone needs well-lit conditions to take good photos. The video quality is good as well, since it's actually taking 2K video quality at 30 frames per second. So let's see what we also got from this same phone. Looking at the display, it is very smooth, and I think this is all because of the 120Hz which you are getting on this phone. The best feature about this, which we didn't get on the Tecno Pop 9, is that you can switch between refresh rates from 120Hz to 90 to 60Hz, or even auto switch, which is a very good feature as well. We have a 6.6-inch IPS LCD display which goes up to a resolution of 720p. Even though the screen is LCD, the colors are great, not too much and not too less. So I think this is a very good combination for a budget smartphone. So don't worry about display. Even if you want to do media consumption, it's going to be a great phone. In terms of performance, I'm just going to say this phone is not that fast. First of all, we are getting the MediaTek Helio G81 processor, which is not a very fast processor, but I think it works well for a budget smartphone. We get 4GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, which are both expandable. 4GB of RAM are expandable by memory fusion, and 120GB of storage are expandable by SD card. In terms of gaming, you can play Call of Duty Mobile at medium settings. If you put them on high settings, you're going to experience some lag, but I don't think it's going to be a major blow off point if you already know that this is a budget smartphone. You can get all of these features just for $90. So I don't think that's going to be a problem if you already know and appreciate that it's a budget smartphone. In terms of battery, we get a 5000 mAh battery which can last you throughout the whole day. In the box, we're going to get an 18-watt fast charger which can charge your phone from 0% to 100% in just 2 hours and 12 minutes. So I don't think this phone has any problem at all. Otherwise, you are going to get another stuff like Android 14, less bloatware applications, and other stuff like that. But what you know, all these features are great for a budget smartphone. I think this is a great phone which you can actually buy for a very small price if you want to. Good performance, medium camera quality, good battery, you can buy this phone.